Om Shanti. I was seriously thinking how to make the class light, because it's holy, and holy means light, happy. So there won't be any serious talk. How did you appreciate yesterday's Murli? Yourselves? Very light? It was very friendly. That's how I appreciated. Very friendly. No leg pulling, no ear pulling. Holy celebrations remind us of the mythological story of Sri Krishna playing holy with friends. And it's practically at this confluence age, when the spiritual friends from all over the world get together in Madhuban. And I'm sure every one of us, when we are in Madhuban, there is hardly anything else to do, just to feel light, feel happy. Sweet words, sweet exchange, and sweets to share. And that makes us all very light. On one side, in Madhuban, as I learn, every one of you are spending your time very nicely. Separate groups, exchanging experience, meditating together, and sharing the joys of your progress. And the other side is meetings with each other and also dadis, especially Janki Dadi, Gulzar Dadi, and other dadis from abroad. I call them dadis now because Mohini Ben, Nirmala Didi. So from now on, I think we can call Nirmala Didi also Nirmala Dadi. Holi is a special time for Madhuban. So I'm just reminded of those good old days of 1962. The small history hall which you see, have you been to Madhuban? All of you? The new ones who are here for the first time, have you seen it? That was built in 1962 and the inauguration was on Holi. Normally people do inauguration on Diwali, but History Hall was inaugurated on Holi. And it was a special time, holy time. Not many people at that time. Maybe hardly 20, 25 coming from different parts of India. And Baba and Mama, both, they were there. And it was real Holi, in the sense, in the company of the holiest of holy parents. Receiving their drishti, listening to sweet, sweet words of inspiration, and then, what else? What would you like? Playing with colors? Picnic. Special picnic. Potato paneer. Sweets, soup, because evening time. Because Holi in India, like Diwali, is considered to be a very special time. You would find all the work, construction work, everything is stopped for 2 weeks. Same thing happens Diwali time, 2 weeks holiday. And holy time also 2 weeks holiday. And it's a time to rejoice. It has special significance because Holi marks the beginning of springtime. You'll find all the old leaves are gone from the trees. And the new ones, very beautiful, colorful leaves, they start coming. And especially in Mount Abu, if you go around, though Baba said, remember Baba every hour for 5 minutes, I'm sure when you go about, you don't keep your eyes closed at that time. Look at the trees. You will find very colorful flowers on trees, especially the red color. That's why it's a symbolic color. When the people outside, they play Holi, they sprinkle red color mostly. But because Baba brings us to our golden stage of consciousness, what was the color last night? Did you see any color when Baba played Holi with us? Which was that? Yellow? You call that yellow or golden? So Holi is a beautiful time from spiritual angle and social angle, both. Spiritual angle, it reminds us, as Brother Jagdish had written in his essays contained in the book Real Gita, Holi reminds us to be holy. And when we think of the golden color, it reminds us what Baba was mentioning in the Murli last night, all the time drawing our attention that we need to live by our golden stage. Not silver, no question of copper and iron. So can you think of that stage? What is golden stage like for Brahmins? Though there is a book, Brahmin life is diamond life. But diamond alone can't be fixed anywhere. Can it be? It has to be with gold. So the more we remain attuned to the very thought that this is the most auspicious time for us. I'm just thinking sometimes, just one little thought makes me feel very intoxicated. How many people in the world, out of 6 billion, how many people are able to really recognize, relate, and come face to face with the Supreme Father? How many? Not many. And those who rejoice that meeting, they are the luckiest. This little thought, very powerful thought. If we just remain conscious of this special time we spend in person, how many hours were you there face to face with Baba? Do you remember? 3 hours. People try to have just a glimpse of the Supreme Being. And they go from place to place, one pilgrim place to another pilgrim place. They go to the Ganges, and during winter cold, severe winter cold, they go and take dips in Ganges, and still, how many of them see or realize? They appreciate a lot. Oh, it was so beautiful. Must be due to severe cold, when they are shivering, the mind is detached from all other things. And just appreciate those moments we spent just being there, feeling, seeing, perceiving Baba's presence. And just think what was our own stage at that time. I just remind myself how beautiful it is. We just remind ourselves of those beautiful moments we spend in Baba's presence, and that can easily bring us to a very natural, constant stage of being ever in golden stage. We don't have to struggle actually. But as Baba would say in the Murlis with double foreigners in the late 70s and 80s, double foreigners are very fond of churning very deeply. And that, what happens? Deep churnings sometimes take you very deep in the ocean of whirlwind. Instead of enjoying, instead of feeling, instead of dancing, dancing stage, it's a different stage. Observation of the founding father, observation of the mother, and even Didi and Dadi and other Dadis, they spend a lot of time in silence. Sakar Baba used to advise me many times, don't spend too much time on newspaper. Only for service sake, you look at it for 10, 15 to 20 minutes. Otherwise, there is all rubbish in it. And especially these days when I think of that, Baba's advice, it's really rubbish. And therefore, I just keep on thinking, what exactly a human soul need actually in this world? We become too ambitious sometimes, even in doing godly service, I tell you. If we are enjoying that service, and if that service is taking us closer and closer to our final stage, it's very beneficial. But if we think of doing too much and it takes away from our natural, super sensuous joy, is that service? No. Service, rendering service, is nothing else but sharing of our experience of being with the Supreme, being with the Divine Family, being close to our virtuous consciousness all the time. Because every human soul needs that. Lighter the stage, powerful will be the consciousness. Too much of churning How many of you use computers? Everyone. How much time do you spend on that? And do you find yourself tired after that? Yes? What's the use then? All our means of service should be to help us, not to drain us. So there needs to be a scheme, a plan to reschedule our routine also. Dadi Janki would appreciate everyone's role of service a lot. Baba would also, as Baba appreciated yesterday. But then it's something that you don't enjoy, like playing Holi. You don't dance, you don't feel light. In some of the Avyakta Murlis, even service was symbolized as dancing. That when your own stage is very sweet, light, happy, intoxicated, you don't have to do too much. Automatically things happen. People come to you. They want to do something. So while listening to the Murli yesterday, I was enjoying and feeling, and I wanted to share those moments with you, that after all the 48 years of divine life, I have finally come to the point, just be conscious of your real self. And just feel the joy, feel the beauty of your connection, your relationship, your endearment which you have inherited. It's God given. And when Baba shares, think of me, I am beside you. How many of us really do that? How long do you do it? Tell me, during the whole day today, for how long did you do it? Or you got busy with other things? Even from the path of bhakti, you see, in the good old days, intoxicated hermits, when they were lost in God's love, they didn't care for anything else. Seven o'clock music. So as I was sharing with you about those hermits, those yogis, or devotees even, their needs were very limited. Similarly, once we accept Brahmin life, our needs, they become minimum. And everything is definitely provided. Did you observe Baba's stage yourself yesterday? How long Baba became serious? Did you find Baba not smiling at any time? Anyone who noticed? No. So when Baba reminds us that you keep close to Baba, become like Father, always feel that should be our stage, naturally smiling all the time. Is that right or wrong? Do you like it? Appreciate it? Then accept it. Because sisters wish that I share with you how I appreciate Murli. I appreciate from 2-3 aspects in mind. One is when I'm there, I'm able to perceive Baba's presence in fullness. And when I do that, it helps me to keep my consciousness at its optimum stage. Secondly, what Baba wants us to do. When I think of the future, golden age, the faces of the deities, always smiling, eyes are full of smiles. What's the basis? The basis is natural soul consciousness, natural expression of the beauty of purity, natural expression of spiritual love. These are the three aspects which come to my mind. If these three are there, natural smile all the time, that would automatically convey the message of being and playing holy. The third thing which I gathered from the Murli, as per the time, what is needed when it comes to serving other souls. Yesterday's Murli or the previous Murlis, or during Sakar Baba's time, Baba wanted us to remain conscious of the fact this is the time for world transformation. World transformation depends on our transformation. And that brings a sense of responsibility in my consciousness. I cannot sit idle. I cannot while away time just by playing and this and that. Service should be accepted as one of the ways to renew our own energies. The scientists, they keep on doing research how to prolong life. So many stem cell, this, that, and how to keep a person in good health. They are all thinking from the physical angle. And what I have observed, that because of our own stage internally, lightful and mightful stage, it keeps on renewing the cells inside. It stops the process of aging, even of the physical body. In India, we have one great example these days, even today. A person of the age of 85 or 86 still playing leading roles in the Indian movies. He doesn't feel that he is old. And he plays those roles with the youngest heroines, 18 to 20. You might be knowing his name, Devanand. Even without knowledge, without Gyan, there is an example. Similarly, in Brahma Baba's example, up to the age of 93, see, we are older than Baba that way, needing this chair for backrest and this and that. And Baba never wanted this. Whenever Baba wanted to meet someone, anyone coming to meet Baba, he would sit on the floor with white sheet, upright, as you see Baba's pictures. And that was because of his very close connection with the Supreme Being. Togetherness, practically influencing the light and might of the Almighty, influencing that particular soul. If Baba can do it, and Baba says, follow Father, why can't we do it? So experiment with these things. This is what I could gather. In some of the Murlis, Avyakt Murlis also, Baba has mentioned Brahma Baba's example. Because playing holy is not just for one day actually. From now on, we will be playing holy all the time for 21 lives. But the preparation has to be done. We have to come to that stage of perfection, stage of natural consciousness. The fourth thing which you might have noticed, Baba's concern. Just as we are all concerned. I receive so many emails, even phone calls, about Dadiji. Every one of you are interested in seeing that Dadi comes back home as soon as possible, no? Don't you feel that? As Baba mentioned yesterday, we have seen practically, Dadiji has been there in Bombay hospital for 1 month now. When she recovers, doctors wish her to recover faster than that. But the old card doesn't cooperate. So there is a little setback sometimes. So as per Baba's advice, One is slow and steady, and the other is creating a very powerful atmosphere. So let's hope that Dadis, as I learned from the telephones I received yesterday and today, she's doing well. And she should be back to Madhuban in couple of weeks, not months. But she listens to Yad Pyar's emails, messages. Whenever a telephone is there, we give the telephone to her. But then she becomes emotional. The tears come in her eyes. When Janki Dadi came to see her the other day, she spent 2 nights there. And when she was to take leave from Dadi, she asked Dadi, "What do you think? Should I go to Madhuban or stay here with you?" And she said, "Stay here." No, not joking. She loves. We all love our friends. We all love our sisters and brothers. And Dadis, you can imagine, they have been together for more than 70 years. Then I just intervened. I said, "Dadi, you know that there are more than 1,000 double foreigners in Madhuban? And there are more than 16,000 Bharatvasis in Shantivan. And you are not in Madhuban, you are in Bombay. So who will listen, who will talk to them?" Don't you think one of you should go there? Because of your health, you are not able to go, so let her go. And then Dadi said, "Okay, go." But Dadi Janki's presence made a lot of difference. Because Dadi uses that subtle spiritual quotient in addition to what is being done by the medical scientists. She went specially to Dadi's room at 4 a.m. in the morning, did meditation there. She spent so many hours sitting in her room during the daytime, sometimes conversing with Dadi, sometimes meditating there. And Dadiji also joined. The only thing is, because of her one major problem, which has actually, which went undetected actually, hypothyroid. So because of that, she becomes little drowsy. It had become normal, but then because of other medicines, the reaction still hypothyroid, little bit. So we hope very soon Dadiji should should come out from all that. And when it marks spring, Holi, it also helps in recovery of health. So we hope. The only thing is all of you may not be here when she comes. What will you do then? So you will be able to watch her on television, on your computers.